Hi, everyone. Welcome to Champions League match 3 review. Yes, it's the third game in the Champions League 2025-2026 season, and it was a roller coaster. The world of football really had a very great what is it called momentum this past 2 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, there were just a lot of drama, lot of excitement for most teams, and we are all going to be talking about that today. And I need you to stay glued to the end. Don't forget, before we get started, share this video, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and sit, relax. Let me see your comment section in the comment box, and let's discuss, let's talk about all that went down, because trust me, we were never going to see a kind of this like this, a kind of momentum like this anymore. It's just going to be very, very interesting. It's going to be lot and lot of drama going on after this. So yes, it was a delivered firework matches of over 70 goals in just 2 days of football. And I think with this record, that is the highest goals scored so far for a Champions League game. Champions League night, we've had the time, I think 2024, 2025, 64 goals was scored in both days matches, and also we had 69. But now we are on a record of 71 goals scored in just 2 days of football. 43, I think 41 for 43 for Tuesday, and 28 for Wednesday. We saw a lot of dominant display, shocking stats, some players recovering from injuries, stepping up, some team also shocking their fans, with some game loss and game won. So it's really going to be an interesting review this morning. So I need you to stay glued. Bring all the old fun, bring all the old arguments, bring all the old banter. We are all here to discuss that. So what a sweet weekday of football. And firstly, we are going to be kickstarting with the very first match that started this day three Champions League game, which is Barcelona versus Olympiacos. The game ended in a dominant win for Barcelona, a 6-1 win. And it was really, really amazing. Also, Carriat versus Pafos played alongside Barcelona at the same time, but that was a goalless game, and much thing may not be said about that game. But speaking about Barcelona game, we saw the likes of some youth player played up. It's the La Masia show again, and also the new signing show, which is Marcus Rashford, because he got a brace in the game. Femi Lopez with an hat-trick, at just a young age, 22 years old. He got an hat-trick, and coming back from injury, stepping up. I'm so glad Barcelona did not even sell Femi Lopez to Chelsea, because, it would have been a huge blow to Barcelona. And I really like the fact that some key players were missing, but it didn't really show in the game. Barcelona put in the fight, though it didn't start well in the first half for that game, but they were able to come back up, make use of their chances, create a lot of impact, and then go home with that win. So like I said, Femi Lopez had an hat-trick, Marcus Rashford with a brace for the game, and Lamine Yamal get a goal from penalty that was gotten by Marcus Rashford. So it was a sweet victory for Barcelona, and that held them straight into, I think, the second phase of the group. So yes, it's still like keeping the hope of getting the league alive. So yes, we move on to the other matches that happened on Tuesday, which was Atletico versus Arsenal, Villarreal, Man City, Leverkusen, PSG, Copenhagen versus Dortmund, Newcastle, Benfica, then PSV trashing Napoli. So yes, we're going to discuss that one by one in just a little bit. So talking about Arsenal versus Atletico, rivals team called them third piece team. They call them Corner FC. But like I would say, 3 points is just the deal. Whatever you do to get 3 points, either you score open play goals, either you score penalty all true, either you scored corner kick goals all true, either you score free kick goals all true. The point is, as a player, as a coach, get the 3 points for the team. And that was what Arsenal did. They didn't just do that. They schooled Atletico Madrid on what is called playing defensive game and also still attacking at the same time. Because yes, the hype before the game was it's going to be an around ball, defensive team versus defensive team, the best defense team should win and all that. But Arsenal schooled them that, hello, yes, we are very good at the back, but we know how to press. You know, their first opener started from Gabriel Magalhaes scoring a set piece. Yes, they had to let you know that, okay, you know what, when things happen that we can't get a goal in the first half and maybe we don't know, let's go to our strength. So there's something called SWOT. It is strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Arsenal has all of this. And you know, it's bringing up the debate of, are they the best team right now in the world? Are they the best title contenders for both Premier League and also for Champions League? So it was really a dominant display. No football fan, no football lovers, no football analysts will watch that game and would not say Arsenal played a beautiful game. So yes, moving on to Villarreal Man City. Erling Haaland again on the scoreboard. He just can't stop scoring at this point. Whatever dose he is, I believe most strikers need to get such tools and start using now. Erling Haaland got the first goal for Man City against Villarreal away from home. And Bernardo Silva sealed the victory for them. Just in the first half, they've sealed this goal. You know, that is, see, if there's anything I love about football teams, I just love when a football team can, you know, get their chances, make use of it. Out of 10, if you can make use of the chances and get a win, when either parking the bus, because there are some phrases that keep showing up nowadays. They park the bus, they stop scoring, they stop attacking. If you know that works for you, for a game, just do it. It might not work for every game, but if you can define that game as a coach, you've seen the first half, you've seen the style of play, and you can park the bus to get your 3 points, please do. So Man City got a win against Villarreal, 2-0 win. Then Leverkusen PSG. This was a goal fest. Hey, PSG were hungry. They ate. They were overfed. They even purged safe. Because tell me why Ousmane Dembele, that just got back from injury, yet to be in his 100% form, came into that game and still had a goal at the Bay Arena. So it was a goal fest. They showed why they are the world champion. They showed why they are just the, what is it called? UCL champion. They showed why their player got the, what is it called? Ballon d'Or. Ousmane Dembele proved that, okay, yes, these are part of the reason why this award is, I'm worthy of it. So it was really a sweet game of football. You know, Desiree Doué, William Pacho, a lot of players just having different, what is it called? Names on the scoreboard. Different scorer. A 7-2 win to PSG for PSG versus Leverkusen. It was really a beautiful match. Then Newcastle Benfica. Newcastle got a 3-0 win. PSV trashed Napoli. Napoli is done. They trashed Napoli. So, yes, and Copenhagen also versus Dortmund. Dortmund also, you know, there was a shocking thing that happened. And in just the Tuesday UCL futures alone, we've got 5 red cards. So that's a lot across all games in that day alone. So it was really a beautiful Tuesday of football. You know, big teams stepping up, some kind of shockers to some other big teams. And it just really raised a lot of question about so many teams coming up as the title contenders. You know, you can't say you want to talk about UCL and you don't even want to look at PSG. You won't even want to talk about Arsenal. You won't even want to talk about Chelsea at this point, because talking about Chelsea also had their game yesterday, and that would make us move to yesterday's match review. So yesterday match kick-started, you know, with Galatasaray facing Bodø/Glimt and also Atletico Club facing Karabakh. So yes, it started 5:45 p.m. yesterday, and if I'm really going to talk about Galatasaray, there's no other thing to talk about in that team than Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen, what a performance. You know, there was a clip or a picture of when he was training. I think the way he was trying to train for bicycle kick during training time before the match. And I already knew he's going to come hungry. You know, following the international football that he even played when we had the international break earlier before the game, he really showed that he's ready, he's hungry. I believe the injury he had initially in the international break, that was the previous one. He really like took a step back. I believe this season, oh, Victor Osimhen went to probably his prayer room, tried to. I need to put my name out there again. It's been a while. People screamed Victor Osimhen, Victor Osimhen. Maybe he need that noise again from when they were unveiling him as a player that was signed. You know the way Galatasaray fan, the way talk is shaped when he came newly. He needed that noise again, and he got it because what a goal, what a performance. Kudos to his teammates as well because they fed him well and he did the job the striker is meant to do. He stood in the goalpost, he make use of the chances, and by the time he got 2 goals in, and that's how brilliant a striker should be. Because if at all we are talking about Kylian Mbappe, Harry Kane, we are talking about and in Alan, Victor Osimhen is entering the discussion now. That's how brilliant. You know, it's I think the strikers these days are just showing up. The ones that are serious, they're just showing up. So what a performance by Galatasaray. They hedged the winner by 3 goals to 1 against Bodom Glimt. And also Atletico Club versus Karabakh also had a 3 goals to 1 win to Atletico. So yes, moving on then to the last 7 matches that happened yesterday. That was a roller coaster. You know, I was watching Chelsea at this point. I was watching Madrid Juve. I was watching Liverpool Frankfurt. Before I know it, I switched to Bayern too. So it was really a lot of enjoyment. It was really a lot for all football lovers. So now moving on to the last 7 games, we have Monaco facing Tottenham and also Slavia Prague facing Atlanta at home. You know, it was a goalless game. Kudos to Tottenham. Kudos to Tottenham keeper though. He had 8 saves in that game. And that shows that Tottenham didn't really come out 100. It was just a boring game. I think I only watched maybe 10 minutes out of it, but because we had other big matches, I just let. And also the same thing for Atlanta. I believe Ademola Lookman, he really, really has a lot to do. He was so unlucky yesterday, but I just felt there need to be more hunger in him. I really hope he get back into form as soon as possible. And then we are moving to Bayern Munich versus Club Brugge. That club cannot just stop scoring, cannot stop winning. Whatever Vincent Kompany has done at Bayern Munich, it shouldn't stop. Because tell me why in the last 13 games, they are yet to be defeated. Not even defeated by a draw. They don't even have a draw. What a crazy start. What an amazing start. Not even a draw. It's just so sweet to see Luis Diaz, Harry Kane, Nicholas Jackson stepping up. All of these people were on the scoreline as well. Amazing football by these people. They keep scoring, they keep getting the win for the club, and this is so amazing. Apart from their league, they brought it down to the Champions League as well. So yes, they had a 4-0 win against Club Brugge yesterday, and it's just so beautiful football to watch. And then the drama did not stop there for the Champions League night. It came down to Chelsea, the Stamford Bridge. What a game by Chelsea. The game was so beautiful that it started by, a red card that was awarded to Ajax captain, that's Kenneth Taylor. See, the tackle, yes, it was a straight red card. And I'm still going to go to that tackle once again. Please, let's just put that tackle at one corner. Because the same thing was repeated in another league, in another game, same yesterday, and a red card was not awarded for that. So we are still going to discuss that. But what a play and game by Chelsea. They had the victory of 5-1. Moses Caicedo, Mark Guehi started the opening the scoreboard. He got his goal. Initially, he was supposed to be the youngest player to get a goal for Chelsea in the in a Champions League match. But Estevao also had a goal. So Estevao was the youngest Chelsea player to have a UCL goal. And, we've got goal from Enzo Fernandez and also the last goal by George for Chelsea for a victory of 5-1. Ajax just got schooled. they got schooled. Following the red card or not, they got schooled. And kudos to Chelsea for scaling through this game without having a red card booking. At least we will not think you guys have probably accepted the name Red Card FC against Chelsea FC. So yes, kudos to Chelsea. And now let's bring back the memory of that tackle, because we're going to be discussing Real Madrid versus Juventus at the Santiago Bernabeu. What a game. What a win for Real Madrid. And that is still what I do keep saying about chances. When the chance came, Vinicius Junior's assist to Jude Bellingham, just getting that tapping, so beautiful. It doesn't have to be a striker. Players can step up. Midfielder can step up. Right back, left, do you get? Just score. Get the score. Get the goal. That is it. So, talking about that tackle now, that same tackle was done against Juventus, against Thuram. And that was what led to Thuram even leaving that game, because he was injured. And no single red card. This happened in front of the referee. The only booking was yellow card. So sometimes, if as a Barcelona fan I come and I say, oh, Real Madrid does this, yes, I understand there are times that even to me as a Barcelona fans, I don't support some referee's decision. For instance, the decision of the red card also in the Olympiacos game, it wasn't a red card. But just like everybody has been saying, maybe it has compensated for some wrong decisions, because the referee also blew against us several times. That Balde, what is it called? Foul. Or the yellow card he gave Balde, it wasn't a yellow card. So he knew he had fucked up, but rather than him having a right decision and making the game balanced, because with or without the red card, we would still have won that match. But to Real Madrid Juventus, it really just, if Real Madrid had gotten a red card yesterday, trust me, the game might have ended in a draw. But yes, they got the win. They got a heady win against Juventus, and Juventus really tried their best, but I think they were not just successful by getting a goal in the box. Then finally, what we are going to be discussing is going to be Liverpool game. Finally, Liverpool ended their losing streak. Congratulations to Arne Slot and to the Liverpool player. We are going to be discussing three major things regarding this, Liverpool game. One, their overall performance. Two, some players' performance. And thirdly, I'm giving it a special, topic, Mo Salah, so that we really discuss Mo Salah. So yes, a dominant 5-1 win against Frankfurt at home for Frankfurt, to get their hopes back alive for whole competition. I believe they are still a very much, strong opponent for the Premier League title as well, aside from the Champions League title. They considered goal first because they didn't even have a good start as well. So it's as if maybe what Liverpool needs now too is the same thing Barcelona does sometimes, that until our opponent scores, before our brain will open up. So yes, they considered goal first, I think in the 17th minute. Then Ekitike equalized against his former club. Okay, yes, 26 minutes. Ekitike now equalized at 33 minutes or something against his former club, Frankfurt. It was such a beautiful run, a beautiful goal. It was a counter and he made use of his chance. I loved how he finished that goal. That was a really beautiful goal. And then we moved on to Van Dijk scoring a set piece. And that's why I said we are going to discuss Liverpool. Arne Slot. You know what? One thing, your name is supposed to be changed from Arne Slot to Hypocrite. Because tell me why in your previous press conference, you were attacking Arteta Arsenal, not like attacking, but shading. You were being sarcastic that, Arsenal, the only reason why probably people are talking about them is based on their set piece. Hello, you had 2 goals from set piece yesterday. So is it that I believe Arne Slot, while prepping this player, he went to watch Arsenal's game, maybe some previous game, checked how they were scoring the corners, checked out they were scoring free kick, checked out they were scoring set pieces. And then he told the boys that, hello, open play, yes, you guys have to score. But if the opportunity comes, your set piece goal, you have to use it. So I believe that's also what happened, because tell me why Van Dijk, I was saying Van Dijk, as if I'm saying Gabriel Magalhaes yesterday. And not just 1 goal, 2 goals, even Konate. So now defenders can score. So we are no longer looking for goals for Cody Gakpo. Yes, Cody Gakpo got a goal as well. That was such a beautiful goal by Cody Gakpo. You know, Cody Gakpo has been a very good main man for Liverpool this season, and he's somebody I really love. Though I really love Cody Gakpo's game when he is in form. So he's really a very good player. So lot of positive things to take out. Then Szoboszlai had the last goal for Liverpool, which made them all the scoreline. So the first goal from Ekitike, second from Van Dijk, third Konate, fourth Cody Gakpo, and Szoboszlai got the final game. But then the king of Egypt came into this match. That's Mo Salah. And I think he played for, let's say, 20-something minutes. I did not see Mo Salah. I want to believe probably there are some things happening in Liverpool that is affecting Mo Salah game, because Mo Salah that we saw in Egypt was really hungry. He had goals. He had nice game. And the players he has in Liverpool, they are far off better than the players he has in Egypt. So I don't understand. Yes, I know last season, the relationship between Jota, McAllister, Salah was really amazing. Would I say the new changes, the new players that has been brought into Liverpool is really making Salah like threatened or frightened, and is making him laid back by giving bad game from game to game, from game to game, from game to game? I can't really wait. I'm really a huge fan of Mo Salah. I really love him, but this is current form is not just giving. Like the Gen Zs we say, it's not just giving. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the death of his friend. I don't know if it's the new players. I don't know if it's the maybe, because I don't think Liverpool changed any tactics. I don't know. So we really need to watch out for Mo Salah. I know he might still be back. He will still be back, because initially it used to be Erling Haaland, Mo Salah, like argument for who is scoring great goals, who is having more goals and all that. But nowadays it's just been so calm. It's been so quiet, and I'm not really liking it. And finally, White got 2 assists yesterday. So I think the streak of no goal, no assist, no contribution is over for him. He's on the board with people, or the person we are still waiting for particularly is now Alexander Isak. I still can't wait though. I'm still waiting. While that huge money is being spent, the impact, we are still waiting. But yes, that will bring us to the end of the discussion for the Champions League match for Tuesday and Wednesday. Tonight is the Europa League game, and also it's still going to be a sweet game. But it just a sweet football fans this week. Started from Tuesday, we've been eating back to back to back to back to back, and we are still going to go into the league games this weekend, which you are going to be seeing me coming back here to discuss. So guys, please share this video once again, subscribe to this channel. Lot of beautiful football talks is going to be emerging on this channel. You're going to be seeing a lot of different faces. You're going to be meeting a lot of different football lovers, your favorite club, also the fans from your favorite club. Let's connect, share this video, like, comment, and also have a beautiful day, guys. Thank you.